drifter down the line, but all we've got is time. My wheels are round and they will roll, taking me where I need to go, but I'll take it slow. My footsteps heavy with intent, apparently on my ascent, but in my defense, mine was clear and so the creeks, humbling me till defeat. But you know I'm not weak, and oh, we will go to where they blow, the nor'westers blow, and we're miles and miles from home. Just let them blow. Come on, kid, don't freeze on first. You've got a lot left yet to learn, and a lot of life to burn. With soggy boots, but the lines are tight. We're always looking for a fight, and some songs to recite. We're never hot in the southern sun, the water's cold as the rivers run, but the day's just begun. We're all packed up and on the road, a couple drifters in the tow, wherever the wind blows. And oh, we will go to where they blow, the nor'westers blow, and we're miles and miles from home. Just let them blow.
The weka, a flightless bird native to New Zealand, often revered for its majesty, has been known to attempt to drain you of your subsistence needs by scavenging your breakfast if you turn your back on them for only a moment. As our heroes traversed their way through the South Island, they had to take a moment here and there to remind themselves not to be ignorant of the local customs. Wandering with a purpose in search for their next victim, Bull and Bruce decided to reach new heights and elevations. Breaking from their evil ritual of making fish late for family dinner, our protagonists found themselves mounting steel stallions to descend upon the unwitting townsfolk below. As they rode down the sheer face of Mount Cardrona, they were met with bumps and turns that were no match for the two boys. Mount Cardrona is part of the Crown Range of the Southern Alps on the South Island of New Zealand and is comprised mostly of Hust schist, the metamorphosed product of green schist, grey wag, biotite, and orthoclase. This range was brought to the Earth's surface first during the Cretaceous period, some 100 billion years ago, and then again during the Kaikoura orogeny, some 75 million years later, which is when the Pacific plate collided with the Australian plate to form the Sorry, I thought he was going to fall. My apologies. We lost Bryce, I guess, but, there he is. Good work, Bryce. Let's grab a beer, eh? The boys continued to wander in search of the perfect spot. The weather was hot and they wanted to go for a swim, but first they needed some shameless self-promotion, eh, boys? To get some action, Bryce decided it'd be a good idea to cut his foot open, humping a tree. He realized he was stuck and had to jump into the water. Bill, who hasn't had an original idea his whole life, decided to follow suit. The boys were blessed with some pristine swimming, glorious hikes, and views that could bring a man to tears. Upon arriving at a place to rest their weary heads from days of travel, they were greeted by the giant testicles of the famous limping sheep, the curved horns of the totes magotes, and that creepy f***ing eel. Bryce, a sailing scholar of sorts, decided it'd be best to show Bill the ropes. Here he is explaining that the mast of a sailboat is actually a crucial part of the entire sailing operation. In fact, without it, the boat likely wouldn't move at all. Many things were learned on this journey. First, don't climb trees in your bare feet. You may end up hurting yourself. Next, keep your distance from creepy-ass eels. Definitely don't feed them. Gross. And finally, the biggest takeaway of them all, next time these gentlemen head into the wilderness, watch for thorns. They'll prick your fucking legs. There were a few close calls, but the boys managed to have a successful trip and didn't lose any appendages that we know of. It has been a pleasure telling you the tale of Bruce and Bull, but we must return to the more important matter, a hippie version of fishing with tied up little feathers and funny looking overalls. Take care.
Wiggle it, see if it comes off. Yeah, oh, perfect. Oh.
Yeah.
That's him. Yes! Oh, yeah.
For real?
Yes.
Yes! That was fun. Hey, get some wool. Hey. Oh! It's fucking disgusting.
something. You look like a snake or something. Look at this stuff.
I'm peeling.
What is that? Look at that. Fucking 2 days in the sun and he's just pooched.